Hey guys, we're here with what sold for the weekend. This is my beautiful wife Linda. I'm her other half Cameron. We're going to go over what sold this weekend. I know it wasn't that great, honestly. It's a little bit slower because I have the eBay app on my phone and I can see all the stuff coming through. And Sunday was very slow and there was nothing really crazy. But there are some cool items in here. Definitely some stuff to look out for. One kind of really cool one that I got when I got that 49ers jacket that we sold the other day for a couple $100. So that ended up being a really good sale. How did we do today, babe, on the numbers?
So on the numbers, we had 27 sales across 2 platforms for just under $7.95.
Wow, that's pretty bad for us.
Well, that's not even breaking. That's not our...
Yeah, our goal is 300 a day across all the platforms to average 300 per day. So a total of 900 for Friday through Sunday. So we're 100 and something short. There is some time left, so maybe we'll be able to get there. But when you guys are watching this, it's probably been about a month since this video happened because I'm always behind. But things are kind of slower. It's summertime. This is just what's happening. Inflation, gas prices, everything. So I'm sure it's all a factor. Let's get into it though. First item is a Poshmark sale.
Yeah, so this is an Affliction t-shirt. It's men's Live Free. It's a 2XL. It's one of those ones that kind of looks, it's like that smoky on top of a dark color kind of look that you would pick up at like Hot Topic back in the day. But it sold for $25 plus shipping.
And that was from Savers. It was like $8, but then we got a discount like $6 or something. So yeah, sold pretty quick.
So first up on eBay, we have a set,
in this bag,
a lot of 29 cassette tapes. They are sealed TDK tapes, and they sold for $46.
These are ones I picked up over the years. They weren't really selling for a whole ton, so I just lobbed them together. Took a best offer of $46 to start the weekend. Happy to see them go. Sealed media has some value. There's really certain tapes that have more value depending on what type they are, so definitely look them up or get them very, very cheap if you are going to get them. Next item.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it, if it's One Us or Onius or Oneus or...
This is from
I think it's One Us because it's got bold O-N-E and then so One Us maybe, and it is from K-pop. So
K-pop buy, $30 in.
Cameron spent a bunch on, or not a bunch, he got a bunch of K-pop
for $30.
And this is One Us No Diggity, and that one sold for
No Diggity. That's
$20
good
shipped.
$20, yeah. We've probably sold $80 worth of stuff, maybe a little more than that. So we've made our money back. It's been a little slower now, but I still have a bunch of other stuff listed. So once it sells, we'll be way into the profits.
Then we got an old listing, sorry. This is a Sony PS2 game, Star Wars Starfighter, for $5.59.
Don't buy it. Do not, or don't list it at least.
I feel like that's the lowest I've seen.
Probably. That's because it's been up for so long and it's on a sale. So,
oof.
And back then, I'm sure shipping prices for first class were even cheaper.
Next up, we have a vintage 90s beefy t-shirt. This is Hawaii Waikiki Beach. It's a 2XL and sold for $18.
This is a vintage one. It's single stitch, I believe, and it's like they call them destination shirts because you would pick them up when you're traveling or whatever. So people do buy them. It was 50 cents. I don't list mine that high. Some people list them at like $40-50 and wait for an offer. I listed it cheap because I just want to get rid of it.
Next up, we got Siphon Filter for PS1, sold for $14.
Much better for a PlayStation game. That's what we like to see.
Then we got the Story of Tom Petty, The Heartbreakers, on DVD, sold for 26 and some change.
Okay.
Then we got Porter Wagner, The Essential on CD.
Everyone knows Porter.
Sold for 7 and some change.
$8 on a CD is really kind of where I want to be minimum, and really I'd rather be $9 or $10 because of shipping costs, even though it's medium mail and the time invested. But if it looks like it sells pretty regularly, I'll still list it for $8.
Next up, we got a vintage Craftsman soft face mallet.
Did you grab the right one? Did you check them?
Yes, I did.
I have 2 of them.
This is a 12 ounce. It is item number 38292. These are made in the USA, and it sold for $33.
These are flooring hammers, I guess. So I bought them from a guy for $5 for 2 of them and some other tools. And he said his father-in-law or his uncle or someone used them, and they were flooring hammers. So we got 2 of them.
I could see that when you put down like the goop stuff and you push it down.
Well, no, and he had this little like metal block that he said you would put along the wood, like and you would like hit it on the end so it moved the wood. Oh. Like if you were setting, or like setting down like the final floor. Whenever you would you put on the end and tap it to kind of move it down. That's what he said.
Instead of getting out a real hammer and chipping it all up.
That's what he told me, but I just took his word for it.
Next up, we have a lot of spools. These are used.
No, some of them are sealed.
Used and sealed cone spools for like sewing machines or embroidery machines.
Yeah, here's a sealed one, and then we have one that's. We have
are
all different colors.
For a Madeira number 40 machine.
Well, no, that's what they all say. I don't know if that's the machine, but they all say Madeira 40 on it. So I have no idea. We didn't get the machine with it. I bought them all together.
But we sold them for $65 for the bag.
That was out of a $100 buy. We sold the calculator for $65. We've sold this. We got a bunch for our little pieces to sell. So we'll make some good money. Happy to see that one go, though.
Then we got a GE Hot Point electric burner
we sold
knob.
a few of these.
It is the vertical notch, and it sold for just under $10 shipped.
So if you ever see, we've told you guys, you see some of your neighbor, they're throwing away their washer, they're throwing away their dryer, their oven. It looks like it's a decent model.
Go pop those knobs.
Pull the knobs off. Well, maybe ask them first if it's cool. Get the model number of the unit.
Unless you don't like them, then don't.
And then pull all the knobs off, and you can sell them. When we moved in, there was an old washer here. I pulled the knobs off when because we got rid of it and we got our new one, and yeah, I sold it. So always looking for a way to make a few bucks.
Then a $700 manual buy. This is a 2000 to 2003 S2000, and that one sold for $85 shipped. Then we got a lot of Nintendo DS Lego games. So Star Wars, Harry Potter, Batman, Pirates of the Caribbean.
I think there's 2 Star Wars.
Oh, a couple of Star Wars in there?
Yeah, there's
but
5 in total.
5 of them, and they sold for $20 shipped.
Those are from the death pile of a bunch of video games that weren't worth a whole lot individually. So I've been lotting them up and doing lots trying to get through them. So
next up, we have a Ninja coffee maker filter basket with the little filter piece and all that. Oh, that's cute. I didn't know it did that. Look, it's got a little handle, guys.
And what I do with these when I get them, I just throw them in the dishwasher, not the washing machine.
Washing machine it is.
Because a lot of times there's like kind of gunk built up, so I'll spray them down first, try to rinse as much as I can, then put them in the wash. They got cleaned up, and this sold for
$19 shipped.
$19.
Then out of the second Hirsch buy, because Mr. Hirsch came by.
Yeah, he's the guy we bought his stuff right before we bought this house. So in the end of 2020, we bought a bunch of stuff from him. And the weird thing is Hirsch was friends with the guy that we bought the house from. And I just found that out.
Knew them.
So Hirsch and his wife, they were resellers, and they sold me a bunch of stuff at their garage sale. And he had my number, and I said, hey, if you find anything else, give me a call. And he just recently called me and said, hey, we got some more stuff. We're not going to list it. We just don't have the time and the space. So we brought a whole truckload over. We spent $250, but while we were talking, I found out that because he came to this house, he goes, my friend used to live here. So at the time I was buying from him, all the stuff from the first time I bought from him was the same time that we were buying this house. And he had come over to this house to, with his friend and stuff. So it was just a small world. But
yeah. Anyways,
this was we spent $250, got a whole truckload full of stuff.
Literally, he pulled up his truck out front.
And it's mostly bread and butter stuff. There's a couple of like better gems in there, but it's a lot of solid stuff. This was something that was in there. Paid $250 again for everything, and this one piece sold for?
This one sold for $20 shipped.
And it's super light. It probably should go first class. Not the best item in there, but it was easy. It's a little Christmas Peanuts clock. So
everybody loves the peanuts.
We'll make plenty of money on the deal when it'll take a while, but it was good, and I'm happy to be in contact with Hirsch again. And I told him if he finds anything else to give me a call.
Next up, we have a vintage George Wolstenholme & Son straight
rubber
razor.
Rubber band, and then it's got a big old chunk there. It's got a crack towards the back. These can
not in good shape.
Yeah, these can be pretty collectible though.
I wouldn't shave your face with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
But it still sold for $45 shipped.
It was $10. I grabbed it. But if you can find some of these nice old shavers like this in better condition, you can do really well.
Next up, we got Humble Pie live at the Whiskey A Go Go. This is out of the Rock and Roll Buy. This is the Forgotten Box Rock and Roll Buy, and that one sold for $30.
$30 for a used CD. Love it.
Next up, we got Robotech, a graphic novel from 1986, and that sold for $12 shipped.
That was $1. It's hard to pass up the 80s kind of Robotech and like Gundam stuff. I don't know. It's just that like 80s sci-fi, and I just have to pick it up even if it's a buck.
Then a $700 manual buy. We have a 97 Toyota 20R engine.
97. She means 1979.
1979
She can read very well.
Toyota emission control manual, sold for $15 shipped. Then this is from when we were living with Mom and Dad. This is a Shakespeare Lady Easy Grip fishing pole.
Yeah, in 2017, it was on sale at Walmart for $5. I got it for $5, I think, at a garage sale or something.
Better have. Inflation, man. Not back then. But we sold it for $40 shipped.
Looking back, probably could have kept it for Tori, but at the time, we didn't have Tori, I don't think, when I listed it. So
In 2019, 2020?
we lived there in 2020.
She was born in 2021. Huh?
Yeah, so I didn't have her.
No.
So I'm saying, like, probably if I would have known, I probably could have kept it. But
Fishing pole. Next up, out of the dead stock, this is vintage bounce fabric sheets. This looks about to be from the 1980s, and it is a sealed box of dryer sheets. I don't know if it'd be a good idea to put them on your clothes, but somebody bought them for $14, and it is going global shipping
and if
program.
you remember, we sold one of these before. These bounce.
124.
We had two of these different ones, but both bounce brand. And I'm pretty sure it sold for $14 global shipping program. I would venture. I know it went global shipping program. And I was like, why would someone spend so much on dryer sheets from a different country? But I want to say it may be the same person. Who knows?
They might be doing might be a TV show or something.
I don't know.
Next up, out of $100 Jazz Buy, we've got Chick Corea acoustic band, and that one sold for $9 shipped.
$9.
Then we've got
This
VHS.
is kind of the gem here that I found. If you guys remember a video ago, a couple videos back, who knows how many, but there was a gold 49ers jacket that was hanging here. Got it at a estate sale, $5, sold it for $280. We got a bunch of other stuff. Sold a pair of shoes for $60 there. Got a couple of those, what are they called? Breg polar cares and stuff. Got a whole bunch of DVDs, all kinds of clothes. And then in the VHS, I found. Tell them what it is.
This is Michael Jordan Airtime. This is a VHS from 1993. This is NBA CBS Fox Video. It is new, it is sealed, it is vintage, and it sold for $85 shipped.
Yeah, I saw this in there. He goes, "I'll buck for that," and I was like, "Gotta have it." I mean, it's Michael Jordan. Look at him right there. Looks so young, but he was a beast. Well, he still is a beast. But anyways, I knew this would be valuable. So happy it sold. That ended up being a very good sale that I went to that day.
Yep. Next up, we have a vintage 1989 SeaWorld Shamu hat.
One of our old listings, just like
yes,
that old video game.
Yes, it is an old listing. And it sold for just under $12 shipped.
I found SeaWorld stuff not super desirable. I guess people hate them because of what they do to them now. So.
Well, in 1989, it really didn't matter.
Yeah, anyways.
Next up, Cameron bought that zipline pack from a friend of ours to help him out.
$50.
For $50.
I think we sold two pieces, one for $35 and one for $40, I think.
Yeah.
We sold the seat.
Yeah, the seat and something else.
And was it the little handlebars?
Oh, yeah, because that was hard to pack. So
40 and 35, I think.
We are keeping everything sealed just because obviously if you're going to go zip lining, you want stuff to be sealed.
Well, we don't,
I wouldn't want to use somebody's used zip
I wouldn't
lining
sell, I wouldn't
bet my
sell
life
used
on it.
stuff. Yeah, this is all brand new.
So this is the Spring, and it is from Gusto Games is the brand.
And there were no listings for this except for on Amazon for the brand new one. I'm the only one on eBay at the time who was parting it out. And this piece sold for
$30 shipped.
So.
It is kind of heavy because it's a metal spring, but
so
we'll
in
see
the
what
end,
we can do.
We bought it from our friend. I bought it from my friend more so just because his sister was trying to sell it to make a few bucks. You know, I think things may have been a little tight. So I gave the $50 is what she wanted. Sometimes I do that with friends. I know if I can make some money, I'll do it because I can afford a little bit of money up front to help them out, and I can make a few bucks whenever I do. It doesn't always have to be the same margins I normally would get. Sometimes we just do it just because we have the avenue to sell stuff. And sometimes it works out. We may make plenty of money on this deal. I believe now we're probably already in the profits, or at least we're very close to the point. So now whenever it sells, it doesn't even matter. Yeah. I'm not trying to say I'm like a super good person or whatever for doing that, but I'm just saying sometimes your friends come to you, they need to sell something to make a little money, and sometimes I can help accommodate that. So within reason.
Another old listing. This is a Russian civil and military aircraft, 1884 to 1969, and that book sold for $14 shipped.
It's a little heavy, so we'll make maybe $5 on it. Probably wasn't worth listing, but I am happy to see it go.
Then, while we were sitting there getting ready to do the video, we had a sale. This is another old listing. This is from Jersey
guy who became video game guy. Still miss him to this day. There's a couple people that I missed that were my contacts. He's one of them. The couple who bought storage units who moved to Arkansas, I missed them. They were really good people. And then one guy just, I don't know what happened to him. He just disappeared. He told me he was moving to a different street, and he never moved. I never seen him again. Don't even know what his name was, but we made good deals, and now he's gone.
He was literally in Cameron's phone as Jersey guy. So
no, not this guy. The other person, Jersey guy. I know where he lives. He moved, and he just has a different job now, and he doesn't do any of this stuff anymore. The little mini helmets we got. Oh, we sold some of those. Those were from him too. I got tons. He used to get me 3 or 4 video game systems a week. I pay up for them. You know, I pay $50, $40, but it would come with controllers, games.
That year at Christmas was awesome.
Yeah, that year at Christmas I was like,
we sold so many systems.
Yeah, and I was like, when I was looking at the listing report or whatever, like I was towards the high search for all these systems when I did my quality report because I was selling so much systems, like all these PS2s and Xboxes, and we made quite a bit of money then. But now we're selling just weird junk. We don't have any video games, but anyways.
So that is a blank Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. It's an extra large.
It's a youth extra large, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think it should be.
Oh, okay. And it sold for $21 shipped.
That was $5. His jerseys were $5 if they were printed on, and they were like more if they were stitched or whatever. So that was kind of a deal we had. But I would just buy 4 or 5 jerseys a week, 4 or 5 systems, and it was great. And then it failed. So at least we made some money while it lasted. And now we have new guys that we talk to. You're always looking to make contacts, guys. You got a network out there. Don't be afraid to tell people what you do. Just like the Hearst situation, went to his garage sale. He knew I was a reseller. Then he opened up his back little storage shed and let me buy even more books and stuff from there that wasn't even out yet. And then I came over another day and bought some more stuff that they had gone through. And then now he's come through with all this stuff. So just because he knew what I did, you know, and I'm respectful and I try to pay fair prices when I can, you know, so I can still make some money. You never know what deals will turn up. So don't be afraid to tell people that you resell. Linda might be back if anything else sells. Hopefully it does, because we'd like a few extra bucks. But that's all we got. We'll see you guys in the next video for sure. But maybe Linda in a little bit.